Like it read the calendar.
Yeah, exactly. Happy May, by the way. Let's go ahead and start things off with a live look outside. Friday. We finally made it to the end of the week. I'll tell you what, I got good news for you. We're looking at Friday light drives across the region. This is what it looks like if you're shooting up from National City headed northbound towards the curves into downtown San Diego via the 5. And then this is the 8 in both directions, like right at Lake Murray Boulevard. All right, we have one problem spot, and this is more towards Hamishaw Road near Rancho San Diego. It looks like we have a crash on the right shoulder, right on the 94 eastbound at Campo Road, Hamishaw. That may slow things down if, let's say, you're headed in from Humboldt towards Rancho San Diego. In the meantime, here's what it looks like coming in from the South Bay headed north, about 10 to 15 minutes. Average speeds about 65, 70 miles per hour or so. And then here are those travel times coming in from the East County headed west, 3 to 7 minutes on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. If you're traveling in from the North County and you got to get somewhere on time, maybe a flight at the airport, you're in pretty good shape. Average speeds about 70 to 75 miles per hour. Times anywhere between 10 to about 15 minutes at last check. Traveling in from Escondido headed towards Oceanside will take you about 13 minutes with those average speeds ranging around 70 to 75 miles per hour. Netta.
All right, thank you.
Warning, all northbound lanes, listen in if you use the 805. All northbound lanes of the 805 from the 52 up to Miramar Road will close today starting at 9 p.m. and are set to stay closed all the way through Monday morning at 5 o'clock. Now, crews will continue working on a culvert replacement underneath the freeway near Nobel Drive. Not sure if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago they were working on the southbound end. Now it's the northbound's turn. Now, drivers can get around that work by heading west towards the 5 using the 8 or the 52. But just remember, let's say you got to catch a flight or pick up someone from the airport and you're shooting for the 805 north to get back home, opt for the 52 west and then hop back on the 5 to get back onto that freeway during that closure. Netta.
Thank you very much, Vanessa.
Out there, no major issues to report. This is what it looks like on the 52 in both directions as you make your way in from Santee this morning. And then this is that drive on the 5 in both directions. That's the northbound end as you exit to get onto the Coronado Bridge. That's a gorgeous shot of the downtown skyline. And then here's what it looks like. Things are starting to pick up a little bit once you get past Lake Murray Boulevard and head towards the College neighborhood westbound. Let's go ahead and see what's happening on your freeways. We had an earlier crash that may continue to slow things down. This is in the Rancho San Diego area on the 94 eastbound right at Campo Hamishaw Road. Travel times are in really good shape. We're still on the green coming in from the South Bay, about 10 to 15 minutes right now on both the 5 and the 805 under a 5-minute ride, full span of the Coronado Bridge. And then here's what's happening coming in from the East County, about 3 to 7 minutes for you on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. Meanwhile, if you're climbing in from the North County headed south, about a 10-minute ride on the 5 and the 15. This is coming in from Oceanside as well as Escondido. And then if you're traveling on the 78 from the 15 to the 5 will take you under 15 minutes with your average speeds for all of those drives anywhere between 70 to 73 minutes. 6:11 is the time. All right, close your eyes if you don't want to see very slow drives. Right, your producer Carla warns me. She's like, the border wait times are just awful right now. So yeah, I'm sorry for anyone who has to wait to cross. I mean, 200 minutes right now to get you across from Otay Mesa's port of entry. These are some of the slowest drives that I've ever seen crossing in. San Ysidro, not too much of an improvement, a little over 2 hours to get you in from San Ysidro's port of entry. But yeah, we're not sure what's going on at the border, but right now those drives this Friday morning are just at a pure crawl. Back to you guys.
Over 3 hours for Otay? Wow.
Painful.
Yeah, you feel for those people that are stuck. Thank you, Vanessa.
You know what? I have good news because it's Friday.
That's right.
Made it to the end of the work week. So yeah, there was light at the end of the tunnel for sure. All right, 6:20 is the time. Happy May, happy Friday. We're looking at light drives all across the county. This is the 5 in both directions at Genesee. Here's what it looks like if you're coming either in or out of the Golden Hills, South Park neighborhood on the 94. This is just west of the 805 connector. And last but not least, this is what it looks like. I mean, you can count the number of cars really light out there coming in from Poway as you make your way southbound on the 15. Continue to look out for this crash. It's still active on the CAD, even though the icon disappeared. We have some activity perhaps on the right shoulder in Rancho San Diego. This is on the 94 right at Campo Hamishaw Road near Hamul, right between Hamul and Rancho San Diego. 10 to 15 minutes right now to get you westbound or northbound rather in from the South Bay. No major issues nor delays. Average speed's really nice of about 70 miles per per hour. We're at steady speeds coming in from the East County headed west. 3 to 7 minutes is what we're averaging in terms of overall travel times, and no major issues coming in from the North County headed southbound. About 10 to 15 minutes in from Oceanside and Escondido. Full span of the 78 from the 15 towards the 5, about a 15-minute ride. Back to you guys. Really nice out there right now. The roads are in really good shape. No major issues if you're headed out the door along our major freeways. Here's what it looks like on the 5 in both directions if you're headed in from Genesee Avenue. Southbound headed towards maybe UTC or La Jolla. This is a little closer to the metro area. This is the 94. Right side of your screen is that drive as you make your way through Golden Hill and the South Park neighborhood. And then this is the 15. I mean, we're looking at really light drives coming in from Poway as you make your way southbound towards the 163 this morning. Again, we're all in the green, steady speeds for the most part across the county, anywhere between 10 to about 15 minutes right now, coming in from the South Bay headed northbound. If you're traveling in across the bridge to get onto Coronado, under 5 minutes and average speeds of about 45 miles per hour. Here's what it looks like if you're coming in from the East County headed west, 3 to 8 minutes on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. And again, we're likely going to see light drives. It's a Friday. I mean, we're still at steady speeds approaching the 7 o'clock hour, and we're in pretty good shape when it comes to our travel times in from the North County, about 10 to 12 minutes, 15 full span of the 78 this morning.
I'll build.
Gizmo. Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Cute one.
Yeah, he was the cute one. A little bit of a monster at times. Very, cute but crazy. Now we tend to love any slowing, and this is coming from the South Bay. Let's go ahead and take you a little more west, where we're tracking reports of a brush fire on the right shoulder in Hillcrest near Balboa Park on the 163. This is northbound right after University Avenue. Neither of those are causing any slowing, but just keep that in mind if you're headed onto those major freeways this morning. This is the 5 in both directions right at Old Town Avenue. Coming out your screen is that drive as you head northbound towards the Point Loma and Mission Bay area. Looks like a couple of our cameras don't want to work here. This one will, though. This is the 15 right at Rancho Bernardo. That's a northbound drive, and then this is a southbound drive as you exit Rancho Bernardo, headed towards that 163 connector. All right, let's go ahead and pull up those travel times because we're looking really nice this morning. So far, so good. 10 to 20 still to get you northbound in from Chula Vista National City. Back to you guys. Put it out. It's just still active on the cat for some reason. But continue to look out for this because they may still be on scene. This is on the right shoulder in the Hillcrest area on the 163 north, right after University near the Hillcrest Balboa Park area. All right, let's go ahead and zoom on out. We are looking mighty fine this Friday morning. Let's go ahead and zoom on into the Old Town area and kind of shine a light on that drive. This is the 5 at Old Town Avenue as you make your way northbound, headed towards the SeaWorld Drive area. And let's go ahead and see if our next camera will work. This is the 15 right at Rancho Bernardo. Smooth sailing coming in bound from that direction, headed towards the 163. And we have a traffic alert this morning. Heads up.
That's the one we typically
Friday. May Great Friday. That rhymes. It's looking too bad out there whatsoever. In fact, we're seeing mostly green. That's indicating that we're at steady speeds across all of our major freeways. We're going to go ahead and highlight the Old Town Avenue and give you a live glimpse of that freeway. Right now, we're at steady speeds. This is the northbound drive as you make your way inbound from downtown, headed towards the Mission Bay, Bay Park area, Bayho. In really good shape there. This is the 15 coming in from Rancho Bernardo. That's the southbound drive as you make your way towards the 163 connector. This is that northbound drive as you exit Rancho Bernardo, headed towards, I don't know, maybe Escondido or Poway. Travel times anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes near that to get you inbound from the South Bay if you're traveling in from the East County headed west. We're still in really good shape, about 3 to nearly 10 minutes on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. Back to you guys. Bernardo area, we're tracking a crash. This is in the carpool lanes on the 15 northbound right before you hit Bernardo Center Drive. We're also tracking, looks like what is a stalled car on the Coronado Bridge, and that's as you're making your way onto Coronado coming from downtown. And it's right as you get onto the bridge in from the 5, so look out for that. That may slow things down for you this morning. All right, looks like our cameras do not want to work this morning, so we'll take a look at those travel times. CBS8.com is where you can find more traffic and weather alerts. is partially blocking the carpool lane. This is in Rancho Bernardo on the 15 northbound right before you hit Bernardo Center Drive. Let's go ahead and give you a live look outside, shall we? This is the 8:05 to 10 minutes right now in from Lemon Grove to downtown San Diego. Average speeds about 53 miles per hour. So far, so good coming in from the College neighborhood as well as Santee. If you're traveling in from the North County headed south, about 12 to 20 minutes right now in from Oceanside as well as Escondido, 20 minutes full span of the 78. And last but not least, here's what it looks like coming in from the South Bay. Again, typically these are in the red. So yeah, it looks like we're looking at Friday light drives for the most part. Average speeds about 45 to 50 miles per hour, 15 to 20 to get you in from San Isidro as well as the National City area headed towards the 8. And full span of the Coronado Bridge. We had an earlier disabled vehicle right as you made your way onto the bridge from the 5 that has cleared, thankfully. So it looks like the average speeds not too bad, about 30 miles per hour. The overall travel time to get you onto Coronado and from downtown will take about 5 minutes. Back to you guys.
All right.
Causing some chaos on the 15 right at Kensington, and this is right before you get to Adams Avenue. And then we're tracking this. A crash has things pretty slow and go as you make your way eastbound out of the Vista area headed towards San Marcos right at Sycamore, and you could actually see that it's causing about a quarter mile of slowing. So you may want to leave time for travel as you head out the door. Meanwhile, here's what it looks like on the 805 in both directions. Things are still pretty slow and go coming in and out of the South Bay. CBS8.com is where you can find more updates. Clouds laid on thick this morning. All right, we're not looking at too thick of a drive out there. We're still at steady speeds for a lot of areas across the county. Look out for an object, some sort of debris blocking the left lane in Kensington, right on the 15 southbound before you hit Adams Avenue. And this one is causing quite the slowdown coming in from Vista as you make your way out of Vista, headed towards San Marcos. A crash on the 78 right at Sycamore, and you can actually see all of the gridlock that is caused due to that incident there. We're now tapping the brakes for about half a mile or so. Here's a live look outside. This is in the South Bay, 805 coming in from Division Street. And then let's go ahead and take a look at those travel times. We're still in the green coming in from the East County, 4 to 8 minutes. Average speeds about 55 to 60 miles per hour. Back to you. Exactly.
Or date of service.
Right. And it never gets old hearing their stories.
Right.
Also, and just, and then seeing their expressions when they actually get there and see those memorials. It's just amazing. 8:09 is the time. Let's go ahead and start things off in the East County, or not in the East County, actually, near the Kensington and Normal Heights area where we're tracking some sort of object blocking the left lane on the 15 South right before you hit Adams Avenue. This one's also causing quite the delay coming in from Vista as you make your way towards San Marcos. You can expect a crawl for about half a mile or so. The left lane blocked on the 78 eastbound right before Sycamore, and it is causing traffic slow all the way to about Civic Center Drive, Escondido Avenue. All right, let's go ahead and give you a live look outside. This is the 805 in both directions, right at Division. Meanwhile, this is the 15 that's at southbound drive as you exit Escondido, headed southbound towards Rancho Bernardo and Rancho Penasquitos. Travel times, not too bad. I mean, we're still at steady speeds across the board. That's in from the East County. This is coming in from the North County, headed south, 12 to 15 minutes about on the 5 and the 15. Full span of the 78, about 20 minutes. And then last but not least, here's what we're tracking out of the South Bay. A slow drive somewhat coming across from downtown to Coronado, 12 to 17, meanwhile on the 5 and the 805. Back to you guys.
All right, but
on the right shoulder in Grossmont, and this is right on the 8 West at the 125. Here is the 78 as you make your way out of Escondido, headed westbound towards San Marcos, and yeah, slowing per usual. CBS8.com is where you can find more traffic and weather updates. We'll be back after this. We're still dealing with this crash that's slowing things down coming inbound from Vista, headed east. So if you're leaving the Vista neighborhood and you're headed, let's say, towards the San Marcos direction, you're going to encounter a good amount of slowing for about half of a mile or so. Stop and go back to about Civic Center Drive. This is a 78. This is not anywhere near the crash. I just wanted to showcase the freeway elsewhere. This is right at Nordal, and this slowing is actually westbound, so it's the opposite of that slowing I showed you earlier, closer to Vista. This is 10 to 12 minutes it's showing to get you southbound in from Oceanside as well as Escondido if you're traveling in from the East County headed west. 3 to 7 minutes on the 94, the 8 as well as the 52. And no major issues coming in from the South Bay headed northbound, 10 to 15 with average speeds about 58, 65 miles per hour. Under 5, full span of the Coronado Bridge. Eric?
So
is for you.
Here's Sean with his cheesy garlic bread recipe.
Oh, Jack Hall on the CBS.
And we're all in blue. I love
right.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, enjoy the rest of your Friday, folks. We are back